Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Relic 3 replay. Spawn bottom left side as the blue allies, we have Fanziy. Spawn in the middle, green Soviets, we have GrenAlert, who chose random. And looks like in the center of the map, these two players are actually allied rather than this cross like here, here, and here, and here. So spawn as the yellow Soviets, we have Hurlumhejhuset. I have no idea what that is. And spawn as the red Soviets. We're time for pressure cranes. We have GATE1 spawn on top right side as the orange random empire. We have Leha. It's spawned as this magenta Soviets. We have 4uva4ello. So wait, we have no allies this game. Finally, a fair game. There's actually a lot of Soviets. And wait. It seems weird off to me. What's the credits like? Okay, credits seem normal. I was wondering, is this some sort of increased credit game? But nope, it's just me being stupid. Seems a little bit extra, a lot of extra power here. Both of these Soviet players went for 2 power plants. I don't know why, that seems a little bit off to me. You got oil, 2 ore refineries not being employed on the field. Magenta and green are now tingling out. Does have, excuse me, some conscripts here. Duke, of course, got 1 empire up here and down, or up here and down there. We got some mag mines being thrown, and he does have an engineer here. But that sprint did not save him. He was so close, right? Only had a couple more feet, then he would be on solid stone land as opposed to solid stone bridge. Or not so solid stone bridge. You have great roars coming out. Magenta gains some great crushes there with the MCV. And we do got the garrison's being cleaned out. Does crush 1 of the conscripts as well. Magenta conscript does go down. Does claim both these garrisons. He needs to pull some Molotovs cleared out. Does throw some Molotovs there. Clears out 1 of the garrison. Bear does eat the other conscripts. Does take out both those conscripts there. Eats another conscript there. And now he will be gunned down after eating another conscript. We do have a burst drone here. Gets destroyed before suicides. You have now these Molotovs raining on him. Takes out another garrison. Now got Sickle here to camp this barracks. He needs to stop building conscripts. He does get inside this garrison, but these conscripts are getting gunned down and cleared out by the Molotovs. Molotovs not being thrown there. Terror drone now eating the conscripts. Heard the bear was eating good, so the terror drone wouldn't get in. You now have blue and orange already engage each other. Does have this engineer advancing on board. No engineer over here. And red and yellow are just being nice and peaceful on the center of the map. While team blue and green and purple and orange are really at each other. Mega Tango does go down there. Imperial Warriors looks like going get into that side of the garrison there, very nice. Does manage to gun down 1 of the Imperial Warriors. We do got tank busts here, so this garrison will go down very shortly. If he clears out these Imperial Warriors on the ground, he can perhaps bonsai charge in this one, clear out that garrison. Though the bonsai charge probably on cooldown. Guns down another conscript there. These conscripts did some good work. Now do have a line of walls there being plucked by Magenta. Do have a naval yard pull up on Magenta here, but Yellow's going to say no to it. Got a naval yard by Yellow here. And now have a Yellow expansion. Another ore refinery going on up. Looks like this Tesla core has been completed by Magenta. We got some walls here, building off his teammates' walls. We got an engineer here. You can sell off a wall so I can well escape. Ore collector up here, alive, not exactly healthy. Magenta's MCV is advancing forward. His teammate does come swooping down. Brooks picks off that ore collector there. And now we've got this MCV moving down south. We do now have the ore collector receiving a bit of fire. And the Mecha Tengu does see a bit of damage there. Trying to go for auto discharge there. Does get some good damage. Could come over to the Mecha Bay to save it, or get it repaired at least. And now the Magenta MCV does get infected there. He needs to fall back. He does not have a Crusher Crate. Can health crates destroy air drones? Maybe, maybe not. I have no idea. I think it's going for the health crate. Wait, where did that health crate go? Am I going crazy? Wasn't there a health crate there? I think I'm going crazy. And now these Mech-Tank is starting to go down, being picked on off. MCV is making its way back up north. Okay, I'd have to be going crazy, right? It's official, I'm going crazy. But I think I already knew that. We got these Mech-Tangus advancing on forward, trying to teammate herself some wall signals so we can hit that one. MCV is trying to drive all the way up north to his teammate's Mecha Bay, who's on the far side of the base to boot. And we've got green still being harassed. Blue has expanded up north there. Does have this MCV up north as well. Orange has some various structures garrison. Has expanded up here. Orange is not expanded just yet. Red is backed out of the game, so giving all this infrastructure to yellow. Jeez. Yellow's going to be swimming in cash. And now we have this MCV sort of standing there. He needs to get up to his teammate's space. I'm not sure what he's doing at the moment. Wait, he built up those walls there. Where's his Crusher Crane? He built those walls, right? Oh, and used Natasha to fill up the terror drone there. I think that's technically an exploit. Because I know you can do the same thing with dolphins, and that is technically classified as an exploit. Since Natasha does do line damage like that, you can do stuff like that. Kills off Natasha. Where is... Oh, Magenta's Crusher Crane is way up here. Now satellites coming in. The engineer does repair up the MCV. And now the MCV is going to try to crush some of these forces. Does get his Warcraft killed off there. Trying to go for a sentry gun. Sentry gun going on up. Of course, nobody there nearby to hit it for wrench to make it build faster. Let's finish off Flak Trooper there. Takes out the sentry gun before it gets completed. Does lose the Warcraft over here as well. Needs to get that rebuilt. Does have his oil derrick down there, providing some income to work with. Tesla Coil is still alive here as well. Now got Orange advancing forward, trying to get some damage there onto the instant generator. There is random crates, so there's a bonus crate there, a veterancy crate. Let's get a kill there. MCV is coming in forward, trying to get some crushes. This Warcraft has been rebuilt. This one has not, or has been recently redestroyed. Orange advancing down south. It's not looking good for Orange and Magenta. They really have nothing in the field at the moment. Does Transformer Tide and avoid they transform. Orange is camping with blue a little bit. Now there's some bullfrogs here. Does get a bit of harassment going on. Does take out a couple of one of those Mech-Tangus. And the rest of the Orange Mech-Tangus will go down. We need to evaluate Yellow. Yellow has an absurd amount of defenses, playing Ultra Turtle. I don't blame him. He is expanded out through every single naval expansion, barring this one. There's a Sputnik for that. Yellow's going to have the surge economy, and Magenta and Purple are basically pushed out the game. Green's not doing too great. We're seeing a lot of damage from Yellow's Kirovs now. Luckily, his team has a big swell of Mech-Tangus and does take up both his Kirovs, but does lose expansion there. Green does have expansion here, so it's his primary base there. Magenta's Tesla coil there is preventing from Green expanding out down south. Green does expand over here, trying to get out some his own Tesla coils. And his MCV is now infected himself. He does have a Crusher Crane here. There'll be a long drive over there. Orange and blue is still engaging each other up here. It does kill him off before getting inside the garrison. You have a cash crate here, which can give any player 1,000 credits. We got satellites running on in as well. I would say deploy out conscript to grab that cash crate. Green's MCV is still driving back at home. Blue is focused on Magenta's MCV does take it out. Still has a Crusher Crane up here, but no economy up here. You have now an Apocalypse tank here. Does grab himself a heroic Jet Tengu, but now we're going to see his own V4 fire. Does eat that Jet Tengu there. Now Green's base is getting really gutted. He's down to just a oil derrick. Yellow is expanding right there. Yellow is becoming a massive threat. Every single player on the map needs a focus on yellow. Let's just take a quick look at what we see. This Empire player, blue, has 1,000 credits. I don't think has a main, yeah, still can go for Mecha Base. It does have a nanotech mainframe core. There's some Kirovs, a big, large number of Kirovs here. He needs to get these Jet Tengus up there. It's going to take a long time to kill those guys off. Stop hitting orange. Stop these Kirovs. Let's see, player number 2, which is
a site must be secured.
Orange, or yeah, it is orange. Seeing a lot of fire there, seeing quite a bit of damage, low in power. His MCB is about to go down, so has a Mecha Bay. Yellow has a Iron Grenade and Vacuum Floater, by the way. Yellow has 17,000 credits in reserve and display out mass Kirovs. No armor war factory. Maybe once that fixed, has a large number of barracks. And purple has basically nothing. Even less now with this because they're now yellow's Kirov's not hitting them. They should really stop fighting each other and gang up on yellow. Because they're still fighting each other when there's Kirovs bombing them. The Zone of the War Factory there still has the Crusher Crane up north and the Battle Lab. These Bullfrogs will take a long time to finish off a Kirov. Speaking about Kirov, it's taking a long time to finish off. That one's finally been finished off. This Defender Core needs to be anti-aircraft mode as well. We got Kirovs bombing Imperial Warriors. Orange is almost off the game. If he loses the War Factory, he is out of the game. And that is not enough for defense. And Orange is now knocked the game. He can, of course, still deploy out dojo units. I don't think he can use engineer to capture his teammates' items. Orange needs to be back on the game, or Magenta needs to back out the game. Yeah, either player needs to back out the game to give their instruction to their teammate. Kirov finally went down here. Green still in the game. This still has an oil derrick. I have no idea. Green has a flak trooper here. There's Green barracks. Does Green have his MCV still alive? Maybe not. Magenta's already getting knocked out of the game. Sure, he has some scattered forces there, including some Apocalypse tanks. Orange could build mass ore collector. And there goes the Crusher Crane. Yeah. The only thing that Team Magenta Orange can do is mass ore collect at this point in time. More chaos being pushed on in as Green split a flak trooper. And I believe this is Green's last structure as well. And green does get knocked out of the game. There goes all those wall sickness, and there goes the oil derrick down here. So now it's basically a 1v1. I don't really consider magenta orange actually in the game anymore. He needs to get these Tengus properly retasked to these what's called Heroes. Magenta, of course, still has a pair of, or a Apocalypse tank. Yeah, it does have 2 Apocalypse tanks, but that's not a lot. Striker VX is pushing way forward. They stopped hitting up here. Blue has a good hit squad of Yari mini subs, which can be useful. We've got Dreadnoughts now being put on the field. Blue's basically gutted. And these Bullfrogs get some great damage there, taking out all these Striker VXs. Does take out one of the Bullfrogs there. We still actually got a V4 on the field. But right now he's severely lacking any sort of anti-aircraft. Just one Bullfrog. It is fully heroic. Both the Apocalypse tanks are veteran. Why is Blue trying to attack up here? There's nothing left. Just posting the fences. Honestly, even if Magenta try to advance out of this region, he'll get shore bombarded by those. Oh, looks like Orange does back the game, giving all the infrastructure to Magenta. He has 1 ore collector, 1 refinery. Just spam out ore collectors. Even Magenta advances over here, there's so many Tesla coils in this region that these Apocalypse tanks will not go very far. He does manage to find the MCV there. He may be able to kill off the MCV, which will be a pretty good pick. Though Red's MCV is still maybe in Yellow's custody. He still has a pair of Crusher Cranes as well. Good cash bounty there for Yellow. V4 will start defusing these Tesla coils. One of these... Oh! Takes out the V4 foolishly. Takes out that Tesla coil though. Back Imploder and I'm still counting away. Yellow has a large number of Apocalypse tanks here. Is Magenta really going to try to kill off Blue? Is that seriously what's happening? I mean, why do you attack this region? He really hates Blue, doesn't he? Nobody did anything to Yellow. Yellow, I don't think... There was I think only Green stepped foot on this landmass with a couple flak troopers, and that's it. A good number of Jet Tengus for Blue. And Blue's base is being gutted by these Apocalypse tanks, or just idle there. No more Mecha Bay there. I think Blue still has a War Factory, construction yard. And Magenta's probably getting knocked out of the game. There's Magenta's heroic Apocalypse tank there. There goes one heroic Apocalypse tank there. Magenta's now out of the game. And now Blue only has a couple of some infrastructure here, some infrastructure there, no production. And here comes another wave of Kirovs. Probably a good idea to take out the oil derrick. Here comes Kirovs. They do get spotted there. Sub's doing a good job of cleaning up the NC. Oh, there's the other NCV. Iron Curtain is now available. Can't be used on Kirovs. Would have been useful on these Apocalypse tanks if they're still alive. And all the Kurals have been shut down. Let's take a look at money. The Empire player has basically nothing. And the Soviet player has nearly 40,000 credits.
Bullfrog transport open
Just
for business.
go for Mass Twin Blade. They're fast, mobile, and hit hard in a short amount of time. And just go for a big number of MiGs to escort them. We're gonna go for some more flak towers. Does have a single flak trooper inside this lighthouse.
Bullfrog transport open for business.
I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit because this game is basically over. There comes these Apocalypse tanks. I will likely spill the Apocalypse for blue. Oh, and the Iron Curtain actually went down in one of those engagements, which would have been useful. These Apocalypse tanks received some fire, a lot of small fire, and they're not properly being passed. There we go. They go and try for a crush move. They do transform out of there. The other Apocalypse tanks are just sitting there menacingly. Vacuum Floater has been called in on this infrastructure there. May get whatever pops up on War Factory. I think it just got mini sucked into the vacuum implosion. Apocalypse tank does take up the ore refinery there. They take up this power generator as well. Apocalypse tanks advancing down south. Not an aggressive move, so they don't shoot everything that they drive by. We've got more Apocalypse tanks here. He has a lot of credits he can throw at his opponent. That is not a Mirage tank. I don't know why that card just looked like a Mirage tank to me. Got some infrastructure here from the utilize. There's 2 mecha bays here. This one's unupgraded. This one is upgraded. He's trying to harpoon almost harpoon the MCV there. Got Striker VX here that could be grabbed. Now he's just standing there. Another mecha bay, very nice. Got more bullfrogs there, very nice. Apocalypse tank does go down. The bullfrogs roll, stand there. Gets great damage there. Now they've been focused down. Very poor control by yellow. We got some Kurals being called on in as well. Does not take out that mecha bay. All the bullfrogs do go down. We've got these Kurals advancing forward, trying to hit the economy once again. And these will destroy this refinery. And they're not set aggressive stance, and they just fly over. Sells it off. One of them gets gunned down, even though it wasn't going to go down. Apocalypse tank going down. More expansions coming out by yellow. Very nice. Going for a lot of defenses. A lot of flak towers. Another wave of Apocalypse tanks. As we get it on the airfield, we'll be taking it out. How has yellow not won? Apocalypse or Kurals now advancing forward. Got a couple Apocalypse tanks over here. Sputnik will go down. Lulu's now planning another refinery. This ore node has 2,000 credits. This one's depleted. Takes out one of the Kurals there. Another Kurov is starting to go down. Does get a couple bombs there. The other one's getting hit significantly. There's a good amount of efficiency on these forces. We'll get a couple bombs on the Mecha Bay. The Carcass may take it out. Does take it out there. Down to a power generator. Does have both these refineries going on up. It does actually have these refineries been reflecting the entire time for a significant amount of time at least. And there's only 5,000 credits, 5,500 credits left on that one. And of course got the seizure-inducing Chopper VXs getting some good damage there onto these Apocalypse tanks. Empire Players, of course, scraping the bottom of the barrel, has no production at the moment. 62,000 credits. How have you not won? And how can you deploy all these Apocalypse tanks and Kirov and somehow go up in money? Difference between good control and poor control. Let's fast forward a little bit. This game really stupid in my opinion. Got this tank buster, sleeper ambush there. He has a large number of flak towers here. Does kill off a bullfrog. There's a good amount of efficiency on. Well, they're all fully heroic. Takes out these MiGs as well. Good transform. Good control by Blue. Tank buster's getting some good damage there. I think he will lose some of these guys. These two, if he explodes. And due to the heroic efficiency on the heroic ones, doesn't have to lose any of them. Find some good harassment there. Vacuum plotter now available. That can do some great work. All good idea is just to hit this infrastructure down here. And there goes a Mecha Bay core there. That's actually a pretty sizable loss, losing the Mecha Bay core. That's 2,000 credits. And its opponent has 2 depleted refineries. Managed to get some tank busters across the river, but they get bombed by Kirovs somehow. Desert Strike comes in a little bit too late. Didn't have to worry about that. The rest of these Kirovs are starting going down. Tank busters getting some great damage. They're taking out all these bullfrogs. Great damage there. I'm just fast forwarding because it's getting really stupid how Yellow has not won yet. These are bullfrogs, not Apocalypse tanks, or hammer tanks, or anything that could shoot ground. Got spare ore collectors here, so he has replacement in case. We got satellites coming in. Empire MCV trying to get some crushes here. It's going to be a long time before he can plow Mecha Bay. He can use the MCV aggressively like this. He actually does have another pair expansion up here. This one's down to 250 credits. This one still has 13,000 credits. And he has maintained this oil derrick as well, providing a nice steady supply of income. The oil derrick over here has been killed off, so has this one. Does get an infect on this MCV. He actually has built on a Mecha Bay, which will prevent that MCV from dying to the aerodrome. He has more credits right now. What is he building? He's not building any infantry, he's not building any tanks. He's just, you need more than just 3 airfields. Go for 7, 8 airfields. Go for a stupid amount that you don't think is correct, and that is still a good amount. More tank busters. That is one of the most powerful abilities that the Empire player can get. There goes that Chopper VX. There's a MiG camping here that could be quickly picked off. And here comes the MiGs. Does have some of these guys on the ground. Get some great damage to the Chopper VXs. Does take out all the MiGs, however, does not hit this Chopper VX. And does get off the airfield as well. Tank Buster's taking out the vacuum floater somehow. He can get that rebuilt. He probably should get that rebuilt and the Iron Curtain. He has plenty of credits. And he has a pair of crusher cranes, so he has production. We got a good amount of Air Force here. The MiGs should be out in the air. Let's have some flak powers here for defense. MiGs are now getting on up. Does transform on the ground, but receive immediately cure-off bombs. Don't transform underneath the cure-off, kids. That was not good for your health. Because bombs are not good for your health. Just ask North Africa. A lot of landmines still there. Super reactor trying going up. Is he trying to blow up these guys with a super reactor? Kirov's being picked off by these various forces, not doing much once again. These Kirov's advancing forward with some MiGs to escort. Does gun down the conscript there. This Imperial Warrior will get bombed. Here comes the Air Forces to spawn these Kirovs. Some of these Kirovs do go down. There goes that MiG. That ore collector may go down. I always forget how much health damage the Kirov does. Does land on top of that ore collector. They still have one good ore refiner up here, and I'm pretty sure he still has a spare ore collector. He can get that one on that line. MiGs do get shot down there. Fresh vacuum floater imploded upon the field. Twin blades getting gunned down. Ore collector actually assaulting the Soviets and not immediately being killed. How many credits does the Soviet player have? He has spent half of it. That's finally got a good number of bullfrogs. Just go for bullfrog stingray at the current rate. There's a single Kirov now advancing forward. Do got two more Kirovs over here. He's trying to pull out. Nothing at the moment. Another Kirov goes down. These two Kirovs advancing hopefully up north. This is where the majority of the economy's at. And we'll fly over all these bullfrogs, getting some severe damage onto them. But now the rest of these bullfrogs will be killed. It has to rely on Tank Buster and Paradrone Surprise, but he's doing a good job of gunning them down before they advance. A cool sub getting some damage on it. Does transform to engage these twin blades. And there's so much veterancy in the Empire forces. They're doing some really good work. He has not been able to deploy any sort of proper counter for the Soviet player. Do literally nothing. Sorry if I seem a little bit harsh on this, but the Soviet player has played this game so horrendously bad. He should have won this over and over a long time ago. Empire player is definitely showing great control over his units, that's for sure. stuff like this, like, does get a mutual kill there, but it's not still a good idea to do mutual kills. You now have the super reactor being sold off there. Got a good number of apocalypse tanks. Please get some bullfrogs for escort. He has not been maintaining a simple composition of bullfrog apocalypse tanks whatsoever. Now all of these super reactors going down. Past the bullfrogs not pushing up here. He's some good damage there on these. It blew up. Now the apocalypse tank's going down, and that is a apocalypse tank on the queue. Now got a good number of mecha tankers on the ground, and here comes the MiGs. Now the apocalypse tank can get some good damage there, but it's a little bit wounded there. Gonna be focused down. We got another Soviet MCV here. Why? Well, I can't really say for sure how active the GrenAlert 3 community is anymore. I think a lot of people tend to get burnt out after the tournaments. I see a lot of tournament replays recently. We do now have him finally getting some sort of air superiority over here, able to focus on this mecha bay. There may be a Discord channel somewhere for Command & Conquer GrenAlert, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm probably one of the worst people to ask for that. I don't know if there could be a Discord channel somewhere. Maybe some of the other GrenAlert players have. This might be on all reason. I heard about that game. Haven't really looked into it much. And you can put vacuum floater there. Takes a lot of infrastructure there, including the MCV. The Empire player is now down to his last legs. He has one ore refinery, does have... Oh, he still has a mecha bay down here. He has a sneaky mecha bay and still has a good amount of... Relatively a good amount of economy for his standard. And still has an oil derrick as well, so he can recover or continue pushing on how he is. His airfield's very good down with all those MiGs on deck. How many credits does the Soviet player has? He's actually spent his reserve of 60,000 credits. 67,000 credits, I should say. Somehow, and yet he has really nothing to show for it. He threw away so many credits. The Empire player has been working with scraps this entire game. The majority of his income is now coming from this oil derrick. I think that far outpaces these depleted refineries by a significant amount. Does use an iron curtain, top the iron curtain to save the iron curtain. Now trying to go for a flak tower. Have we been teasing him using cash bounty to get some sort of refund? Taking out the power is a good idea. Right now, he doesn't realize the Soviet player has basically no money in reserve. He still has more economy than his opponent because he has all these ore refiners still on the field. So going for this power is actually a good idea. It'll prevent his opponent from deploying out anything. Oh, thank you for, I think that was a YouTube subscription. Yes, it is. Welcome to the channel. Let's take out the iron curtain there. The biggest problem is the vacuum imploder. If you take out enough power for the vacuum imploder, then he can take out some other infrastructure. Do a good job with these Striker VXs. Is receiving some bullfrog fire and does take the time just to run away. And of course, thinks us. Oh no, he does not have an MCV rebuilt, does he? No, he does get an MCV. He gets this redeployed. He's able to pull out sleeper ambush to get out more tank busters. which is probably the most valuable thing you can do at the moment. And the heroic tank buster easily take out that conscript. Now the flak tower here just might as well back off. Can't be losing these guys. Let the tank busters do their job. He still has 3 minutes for the vacuum imploder. He needs to find more exposed power. Leave the other infrastructure alive. Oh, it does go off that one. But if he leaves the other infrastructure, he needs to start hitting more power. And with that, he will be able to get some... be able to take on that vacuum imploder, or at least stop it from firing. That's one way to kill off terror drones. Use your MCV as bait. What is the Soviet player doing? He has 9,000 credits, all from depleted refineries, since he has so many. Another sleeper ambush, very, very nice. Takes out the flak trooper there, but does find this Tesla coil a little bit too close. Takes out a good number of those tank busters, but now there's exposed super reactor there. He will lose his tank busters, but taking out this power could knock someone to low power. Does not knock him to low power. Does need to stay away from the flak towers. Transforms just to get away from the flak towers. Oh, here balloon bombs. Now you can bring in some other protocols. And you can only stop the balloon bombs from retargeting. Can't stop them from coming down. And it's a full balloon bomb barrage. So if the battle lab, no, go for the power plant. The power plant's much more valuable at this point in time. He does not have the credits. Well, this one does actually have the credits to utilize the technology in the back from the battle lab. Takes the battle lab with the precise number of bombs. And a lot of these do actually miss the power plant. So if players has 7,000 credits, but if the battle lab down, he's either going to rebuild that or just not utilize that technology. Goes from the ore refinery there. There's actually still 17,000 credits, so that actually is a good refining spot. This one is depleted.
Ready for the collection.
Up here, oh, this one sells 25,000, 22,000. 10,000 and 12,000. So he needs to expand up north up here. He has the credits for it. Single jet tank advance forward. There's actually an opportunity from the land and start slowly picking away that super reactor. I pull out a flak tower there. And now the iron curtain is now available. And with the iron curtain available, he would definitely get the vacuum imploder shot off somewhere. Oh, there's a health crate. Blue needs to start finding those cash crates if he can. Vacuum imploder ready. Let's see it launch. Why is there multiple Sputniks? I don't even want to know. The yellow's playstyle is hurting my brain. He has MCVs, right? He has multiple MCVs, or did he lose them all? So those are 2 crusher cranes. Does get these twin blades now engaging, but does get annihilated by these heroic Striker VXs. This will be a good spot for the vacuum imploder. That'll take out a majority of the Empire's economy. And maybe it'll take out some of these Striker VXs, but far too close, slow in the draw. A cool subzone at sea, so you're able to gauge these Mecha Tengus as they come out. He does not have the Mecha Bay upgraded. Vacuum imploder is still available, so is of course the Iron Curtain. More super reactors. Yep, still scraping the bottom of the barrel. He can bring in a sleeper ambush. mean, it's actually potentially relatively safe there. Actually, pretty safe to do it right there. Plus sleeper ambush. You do have 4 satellites available. You can also use Desolator Delta airstrike. I always forget as well, the level 2 one. Dual airstrike, not Delta airstrike. Orbital downpour being brought in somewhere. Being brought down the MCV is going to try to combine it. Needs to use the magnetic singularity along with it to EMP it. And solos off the MCV in time. The engineer says is having fun time right there. Sleeper ambush engaging over here, so it does sell off the MCV for a pretty sizable cash refund. He's going to get. He's immediately rebuilding the MCV. He needs those protocols.
Make a tango, let's go!
Was up for probably providing the most amount of value for this entire game. That's a Sputnik. And the Striker VXS does spot the Sputnik there. These tank bombs are starting to clear out the land, but here they will find Tesla Coil there. One of them does get electrocuted. Those Striker VXs, are they still alive? At least 2 of them. He may have lost 1. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. Does get engagement over here. Seizure warning. Does got that refinery. And it looks like no more replay buffering there. You have these twin blades now engaging or being engaged. Magnetic singularity being pulled out somewhere. It does not hit aircraft. You can always bring Desolator to strike on top of the ore collector. He may have a spare somewhere. Oh, we got balloon bombs running on in. Very nice. I still say he should be eyeing hit this opponent's economy repeatedly now. Not economy, power. This will force him to spend money on power and allows him to delay the vacuum imploder from hitting again, because that thing still poses a big threat to blue. Let's get a power generator up as well. Not sure what went down there. Striker VX is advancing forward. We've got a pair of ink busters in the ground there. Got 2 heroic chopper VXs here. Of course, the replay is not buffering. Yellow has expanded up here. Wait. Yep, that's definitely replay buffering a bit too long. There we go. Because that stuff was invisible. Empire does actually have a small reserve of resources. Trying to play close to chest. Does have the twin blades scouting around. Does have... What was... You're fighting against Empire. You're not going to get that off.
A site must be secured.
More satellites raining on in. He does have the sleeper ambush off cooldown, I believe. And a level 3 satellite, International Space Station, crash lands. Yep, sleeper ambush is available. He does still have a good amount of credits as well stored up. The Soviet player is now back at 10,000 credits.
All front transport open for business.
MiG, ready to rule the skies.
Yeah, some bullfrogs, very good. More power plants going down. He still has 800 spare power. Is that the right term? Spare power? Either way, he has a lot of spare power in case power generators do go down. When the MiG gets quickly shot up there, fresh set of tank busters there. Now got multiple mega bays now on field. Vacuum imploder now available. Immediately launches over here, I believe. Right on top of the MCV. In order to repair this all up, it may be a good idea to pull out Instant Dojo and get out some engineers for that. Or pack up the MCV and grab a health crate. Might as well use it. And MCVs pick up health crates in general. Speaking of which, is there any other crates on the field? There's a money crate. That's definitely worth picking up. That's 1,000 credits. Don't see any other crates on the field. Oop. Nope, those are bullfrogs. Also, I thought I saw a health crate. Now, this tank buster can get some damage on the low ground, or does not take out that ore collector, gets zapped. Point defense drone there, I believe that's a magnetic singularity. Of course, bullfrogs can't really utilize that effect. Striker VX now employed on the field. We got a good number of bullfrogs, and the apocalypse tanks advance forward. Has it finally get a proper task force? No, the bullfrogs are charging on in, dying one at a time. Allowing, once it takes out all the bullfrogs, everything's going to transform and engage. Let's get a bit of cash bounty there. Does use an iron curtain on one of the apocalypse tanks. You can't even get an iron curtain, right? I'm sorry, I'm really being really harsh on the yellow Soviet player, but he is playing this abysmally. Harpooning that Mecha Bay. And goes down. Hero off here actually gets damage. It takes out the Empire MCV, but he still has 2 Mecha Bays for redeploying stuff. Now got a big wave of apocalypse tanks, no bullfrog escort. And now we're going to see these heroic Striker VXs relatively soon again, aren't we? Good to keep this actually damaged one there, allow him to focus down the healthier one, being slowed down by the damaged ones. He has a good number of Striker VXs now on the field. Here off now the same bit of fire from these Mechatangus. And yellow backs on the game. That game was stupid. I'm going blunt. It was stupid. How do you lose with that? You also play as Soviets. We also get reduced production as a protocol, which likely he had. I wasn't really paying attention to it. So, how? He had 60,000 credits at one point in time. Great job by the Empire player. How did the Soviets throw it so bad? Even a basic player would be able to spam out a large enough army just to overrun their opponent. This is Angry saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.